Welcome to Live with Lynn. So, hi, how are you today? If you're here, say hi so I know you're here. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay in the comments, okay? So anyway, I'm Lynn Huber. Thank you for being here today. So today we're going to talk about 5 benefits of taking risks. Are you a risk taker? I am. But I just, we've all heard the saying that you've got to break eggs if you want to make an omelet, right? Well, the idea behind that is that is one of the reasons why taking risks is so vitally important to your success. So think about it. I mean, if you don't accept the risk of losing, you can never have the reward of winning. And so it's the risk that gives you the chance to come out on top. And when you really understand this, you can easily see that risk taking is a positive and beneficial behavior that's going to allow you to have success both in your life and in your business. So let's look at 5 specific benefits that can come from taking risks. So the first one is unexpected opportunities. So, lots of times we take the risk to obtain a very specific benefit. So we think if we do X, then we're going to get Y, right? But sometimes there's times when that specific benefit is kind of overridden by another positive result that we didn't even expect. And so when you take risks, your actions cause you to be placed in situations that are not run-of-the-mill or ordinary. And so because of that, the reward of being in that situation is also not run-of-the-mill or ordinary. And so one risk taken for a specific benefit can oftentimes lead to unexpected opportunities, which provide benefits that are way better than what you expected in the first place. The second one is building self-assurance. So one of the main benefits of taking risks is that the more you do it, the better you get at it, right? You get better at taking those risks. And I know it doesn't seem logical, but risky behavior leads to even more risky behavior. And so now when we talk about that, we're of course talking about positive behaviors, of course. I mean, I'm not talking about that anyone should behave in a way that puts themselves in any kind of personal danger. I mean, it's not a negative activity, right? Risk-taking, what I'm talking about, is not about trying to put yourself in situations where your health or your money are at risk. Instead, we're talking about positive risk-taking that can be something that can help you to develop you to have success, to take that risk so that you can have more success. So that said, taking a positive risk allows you to develop the ability to better be able to judge what is a future risk. So you get better at deciding what's a good risk and a bad risk, and what is worth the effort and what isn't, right? You get better at it. So, in other words, you get better at estimating the odds for success the more often that you take the risks. So that's awesome. And you get more comfortable with it too, because we get comfortable with what we do. And so it's just getting yourself out of that box and doing it, right? The next one is personal growth. So Oscar Wilde once said that the experience is the name that we give to our mistakes. And the point here is that without mistakes or failure, there can be no experiences that promote learning or growth. All failure is just a stepping stone to success. I mean, we have to first fail before we can be truly successful. There's just no other way around it. That we have to learn, we have to grow, and we can't learn and grow without mistakes or without risks. So this means that if you don't take the risks, you can't fail. And if without failure, you're not guaranteed any kind of success at all, right? So you can only make your overall failure virtually guaranteed. So if you don't take the risk and you don't do what it takes, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to fail. But there's no way to guarantee that you're going to succeed, especially if you don't take risks, right? So without risks, you're going to stay where you are. You're not going to grow. You're not going to get better. And ultimately, that's the ultimate failure. We want to grow. We want to get better, right? Well, success must be pursued. So if you want to succeed, you have to work to achieve the goals, to make that positive income. No matter what it means to you, no matter what your success means or what you're looking for, you can't achieve it by sitting back waiting for it to happen. It doesn't come that way. It just doesn't happen, right? So it's simply not going to drop into your lap. And you need to have that real fire in the belly in order to succeed. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have the determination and the drive to make it happen, you're probably not going to have success. And you're not going to take risks. So you have to take risks in order to accomplish what you want and to reap the rewards of those accomplishments. So think about it this way. Risk itself is like a bloodhound, and risk pursues success. It goes after the success. It pursues the way to success. It shows you the direction that you want to go. Without risk, you can lose that path that leads you to your goals, and without risk, you're lost. You're sort of floating around in the ocean, like not going anywhere, But if you take that risk, then you're swimming towards something. So then the next one, taking risk changes you. So when it comes down to it, fear is the number one thing that kills all chance of success. And a lot of times, for some people, it is the fear of failure. Fear of failure. Yeah, if I could say that. Fear of failure. For some people it is, but it's funny, most of us think that's what it is, but it really isn't. Really what it is, the fear that holds most people back is actually a fear of success. And I know that sounds strange. I know that you're like, what? Why would you be afraid of success? I mean, after all, isn't success supposed to bring happiness, right? Well, but the thing is, no matter how illogical it seems, fear of success is really the thing, because success brings change, and change is what most people are afraid of. None of us like change, because that means we have to get used to something else. We have to learn a different way. And that's what success brings to us. So a lot of times, people are afraid of success. They don't realize it. They think they're afraid of failure, but really that's what they're afraid of. And so there's really no reason to being afraid of that, really. I mean, change is good. It opens windows in your life. It airs things out. It gives you a new perspective so you can move forward. You can grow. That's the big thing. You can grow. So by taking risks, you bring about that necessary change. When you take a risk, you see that incremental and positive changes in how you act and feel are really not frightening. And the more risks you take, the more comfortable you get with it, the easier it becomes, right? So quite the opposite. Risks are to be embraced, and change is to be embraced rather than feared. So risk-taking needs to be viewed as a necessary activity, one that conveys positive benefits. If you're assuming a risk, you're probably going to get something good at it. Maybe not every risk is going to work out. That's why it's called a risk, right? But your chances of just going to the next level each time, higher and higher and higher, is because you take that risk. If you never try to succeed, then you're never going to succeed, right? Your failures are your stepping stones, but if you don't actually try to succeed, you can never hope to succeed. So when you avoid all risk, what you're doing is you're avoiding the chance of success. You don't want that, right? So the bottom line is healthy risk is beneficial to you and your success. So hey, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What kinds of benefits have you seen from taking risks? What are your thoughts about taking risks, and when is it healthy and when isn't it? I would love to hear. So please get below in the comments and share with me. Anyway, thanks for being here today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.